Few details have been released, but we do know that 2 young children died in this house fire. About 99 degrees, but get into a hot car and you can see the temperatures are even higher. Many are wondering if victims are not stepping forward to report these types of crimes because of the cost. Human remains were discovered in Arkansas this afternoon during the search for 32-year-old Amanda McPherson. Witnesses say he was up walking around just after his single-engine plane crashed into the parking lot of this McDonald's. It may seem like even the most minor of offenses, a school bus with 11 children on board slid off the road. The results are in, and 81% of union members that voted have no confidence in Police Chief Quentin Holmes. A Monroe firefighter is recovering tonight after he was injured on the scene of a house fire this weekend. Forensic unit has already left, but a cadaver dog is on scene. Do you think that your scandal has affected your career at all? Now, this would be their first outright conference championship since 1997. Every time you go there and you ask for something, the bowl is this big. Last year I was here following around the performers. This year I am one of them. Louisiana parents, even school leaders, have reached out to the State Board of Education regarding park testing. So far, do you think his trip has been successful? All right, live at HD, I'm Jillian Corder for KNOE 8 News. Trains are passing through the town of Marouge on new tracks. The old ones lie among what's left of the rail cars from Sunday's crash. It all started when Daniel Shackelford attempted to cross these tracks, and his tractor trailer got stuck.
Oh my God! Tell me he got out.
He did make it out of the truck, escaping just in time. But the train's engineer and conductor weren't able to escape and were seriously injured.
Oh gosh, look at that smoke.
Seeing the wreckage here in Marouge that's nothing but scrap metal, that's one thing. But for the families of those involved, seeing the actual impact is heartbreaking. The train engineer's father insisted on seeing the video and was brought to tears as his son recovers in the hospital. We're told Marouge will recover as well. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time it's dealt with a tragedy like this.
I've checked, we've had approximately 5 accidents within this little 1-mile stretch of highway or track. We've had 3 fatalities down here at this other crossing, and this is the second 18-wheeler crash that we've had right here.
With multiple crashes at this crossing, many are left wondering what can be done. Before you move into a new home, do you check to see how many sex offenders are living in the area? In this area, 100 in a 2-mile radius, and some neighbors knew nothing about it. After mapping it out online and pinpointing sex offenders in the area of West Monroe High School, we went door knocking to see how well people know their surroundings. Would it surprise you to hear that in this neighborhood there are several sex offenders?
Would it surprise me? Yes.
It does? What if I told you there were in a 2-mile radius, there were 100 sex offenders?
I would hope you weren't telling the truth.
I am. She says she hasn't gotten any of these in her mailbox.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know unless you went on the website and looked up your address to see if anyone lived in your area. Did you just move here?
Yes.
So you had no idea when you moved here?
No way.
It's a shock to this woman, but to another just down the road.
Most of them have to send those cards out, but if I know about one and my neighbor don't know about one, we share that information.
Brenda Miles wants to protect her grandchildren and always knows who's living around her. In addition to notifications by mail, you can always check the sheriff's office website and even sign up for email alerts. Registration is law for sex offenders in Louisiana. And according to new law, those who don't comply face a tough penalty. That they're going to be in jail 2 to 10 years.
That sounds good.
Hard labor.
That's right. Sounds good.
No parole.
No parole. That sounds great.
Miles is all for stricter penalties for violators. Anything to keep her babies out of harm's reach. She continues to keep a close watch on the list of offenders in her neighborhood. Something some say they're going to start doing as well.
It makes me feel uncomfortable, you know. I mean, I'm going to have to look at this, you know. I'm going to have to look at it.
In West Monroe, Jillian Corder, KNOE 8 News. The West Ridge Gym is packed for a night of basketball. Cheerleaders, the drill team, and proud parents. but none more proud than the Lindsay family.
She's done great. I mean, she's
surprised us a lot.
Darla and Mike are cheering on one of their daughters. Among these 14 sequin-suited girls, one smile stands out. One voice cheers a little louder.
Yay!
She's 3 months premature and 1 pound, 10 ounces. Just really been a battle.
Let's fight!
Bria may have the loudest voice, but started life as the smallest of 3, triplets. Bria's brother Caden died a day before they turned 6 months old. And while Addie is like any other teen, Bria's developmental delays have created a difficult road.
She walked when she was 3. She didn't eat till she was 3. And so she always loved dance, music.
That's why she's here.
Excited? Yeah.
And she can't wait.
Is it time now? Almost.
When the Patriots take the floor, Bria knows it's her time. Though the moves may not appear perfect, her smile is. Another inspiring performance, putting a cheer into the crowd, and an even bigger smile on Bria's face. Jillian Corder, KNOE 8 News.